King John III had, over nearly 50 years of his reign, widely expanded the borders of Aquitaine and secured its status among the first powers in Christendom. He fought 3 wars in the Levant, at one point marching as far east as Baghdad. He fought wars in Europe against the Holy Roman Empire, France, Brittany, Orleans, and Vannes, losing none of them. During all of these travails, John lived a spotless life. Not once did he fall victim to any of the deadly sins, though as his body failed him, he did lose some courage and retired from the front of the host in battle. Atop all of this, he raised 2 paragons, losing one in battle against the petty king Conan of Brittany and having to rescue the other from the prince-bishopric of Asia. John fell ill in May of 1215 while fighting a war against France for Foix, the last France-controlled county in de jure Aquitaine. After subjugating Foix, John marched his armies north to meet the French host, crushing them at the Battle of Bourges on Christmas Day 1215. John received the French surrender of Foix on the 11th of January 1216, then marched his levies home. He delivered an address to his vassals and men on the 10th of February, thanking them for their hard work and dedication, then took leave of them. Life slipped away from John in the early morning of the 11th of February 1216. King John III, known as the Great, and having been widely reputed as a true Christian knight for over 40 years, lived well, bravely, and true, and left for his son a very large legacy. Can Raimond the First carry on his father's work, or will he lose that which his forebears have won for him? Basically what I'm looking for in a wife for King Raimond is the perfect woman. No negative traits, all positive traits, high title, very high statistics in all different ways, but especially in stewardship, intrigue, and learning, since these are weak points for King Raimond. It may be difficult to find a suitable wife for him. The best case scenario may not present itself. So it tends to be the case that if you find a high trait, the rest are low. Sometimes you'll find that there is good traits in the ones you don't need and not good traits in the ones that you do need. Sometimes you find that there's a physical deformity or an ailment that you can't deal with. I've seen perfect wives with syphilis, which is obviously a no-go. So it's definitely something you have to take a look at. And I typically will scroll down on each of the stats and go all the way down to about 10 and take a look at what's going on. If I haven't seen anything yet by the time I get to about 10, I'll typically go down a little bit farther. Argentina there looking pretty good. Nothing awesome about her. And I do tend to be fairly choosy, and I do tend to put a little bit of time into it, because everything comes out of it. All of the children that are a product of the marriage, yeah, all of that is super important. See, she's pretty good. Weak points in areas that I don't really need. I mean, 7 is not great, you know. That will only yield a 3-point improvement to Raimond's score in that area. So, you know, before I do this, I better check something out here. Oh, very interesting. Now, so this young genius, who, by all, you know, just appearances from the list of available young ladies to be betrothed to, a great catch. But look at who she's being educated by. Now, it's just as likely that she'll do well, but the fact that she's being trained by somebody who has just such a poor base stat, misguided warrior, just really seems like quite the waste. So let me try something else. Alright, this guy's a pretty good guy. Minus being craven, and he is a kinsman, so let's get rid of some of the extra titles that Raimond has. The County of Foix, just 1. Let's make him the Count of Foix. What other allies do we have that may have some sons that are not inheriting, that I could give some titles to? See, he's inheriting, he is not, but I'd like a little more space, maybe. Yeah, County of Cornwall. Okay. He is only second in the line of succession. He may end up with both of those counties. Well, that's a risk I'll just have to take. Interesting fellow. Many claims. Fairly powerful man on his own right, who obviously we share a grandfather. I don't want to give any of his sons anything because they all seem well taken care of. Oh, very good. Yeah, give him the County of Van. Ordinarily, I might like to keep on to an additional county or holding, but oh no. Let's try this again. I know that there was 1 or 2 that I saw in here that I should be happy with. Argentina is quite good here. I've been looking at her for quite some time. Ah, boy, that prestige hit. I'll watch her instead. get these troops back to the Holy Land. Got some problems there. Let's just end that plot. Nope, can't do it. Not interested. What can we do for him? Yeah, we'll send him some money. Alright, let's take a look at this again. We've got to start getting the kids going. Right now I'm in a pretty vulnerable position, so prestige hit be damned. I guess I'm doing it. What? Oh. Come on, really? Well, that's disappointing. I'm a king and I can't get a courtier to marry me? Well, I can't get the guy who controls whether she can be married to permit it to come to pass, so... Keep a very close watch on this. There's nothing I can do to make these vassals more happy than they are. Let's see here. Let's try and get some action going. I don't want to be upsetting my... Oh! Okay. Well, that's bad news for Eastern Europe. Don't want to be cynical. Oh, I prefer that, I think. Well, certainly don't want to be arbitrary. I'll be Roth. While the peasants are revolting, I will go on a grand hunt. And I will send some other people to take care of that. Get them up there and take care of that business. Let's go! The bad thing about being Roth that I decided on earlier was that I cannot become a true Christian knight like John the Third if I become brave. Let's spare its majesty. The mother. Let's get somebody in charge of that. Not good, just in time. And let's hold a feast. There will be some nobles who will not come, but it's better than not holding one, and they may come the next time. Yes, here's all the reasons. Yeah, short reign being the big problem. Minus 16. Let's grant him the county of Agen. There, now I've got 6 of 6. Alright, good. Good. Now I've got those last couple of nobles who are not happy. Yep. And this man's just crazy. I'm not going to send him that amount of money. Alright, good. Alright, I think everything is on the up and up, generally speaking. I cannot lift his excommunication. I have enough piety. He just doesn't like me. Oh, I can't send him a gift. Let's try the buy indulgence. Alright, let's send him out. Improve his opinion of Raimond. Again, when you throw a feast, you gotta pay the money. Ooh, speaking of money, that's pricey. It's gonna be one costly lifting of excommunication. Good. Good. Okay. Getting off to a good start already, I can see. Duke Jacme. You are this generation's vomit catcher. Oh, very good. Excellent. And I get the extra one, too. Nice. Oh, I guess I picked that up when I was hunting. The Ruthless. I must have ran down some kids or something. Alright, let's revisit this. Oh, look at this. Finally. Finally. Prestige or gold? Gold! Alright, so I kind of launched into that without really checking into it. So let's kind of check her situation out. Family-wise. Okay, so she has one younger brother, and he is the heir to Denmark. Interesting possibilities there. Denmark's kind of a weird kingdom here. What's going on with it? All you can see on the map is this one county. And, like, none of its holdings show up on the map. That's really weird. I don't know what that means. I kind of don't like it. Alright, now, get pregnant. Alright, very good. Very good. And a couple of vassals aren't providing their full levies. Or their, yeah, they won't be providing their full levies, but at least I've got them all taken care of. Took about a year to do it. Vague promises. Yes, vague promises. Isn't that what diplomacy is all about? And let's go on a hunt. A couple of year cycles of doing hunts and feasts. Oh yeah, that's very good. So a couple year cycle of hunts and feasts will generally set you up pretty well with your vassals. Oh. What do we have here? So again, very curious about what this Kingdom of Denmark is and what it means. If I were to do this, what would happen is Raimond's wife would be the heir to the Kingdom of Denmark. And then our children, or our heir, would be the heir to the Kingdom of Denmark and the Kingdom of Aquitaine and the Kingdom of Jerusalem. Now that is the time-honored way of doing it. So I think we're going to set this up. Well, this is really not my ordinary method of play. I don't tend to do things through assassination. I tend to be pretty above board in my gameplay. But this helps me get out some of the poisons so that I can be a little nicer during the multiplayer game. Only two of them didn't want in on it. Oh, holding fast to your moral compass. I like that. What about you? I'm not going to spend that much money. Yeah, I don't think I need to spend that money. Denmark seems like a pretty crappy place. Maybe I ought to stay out of that. I'll let it go through. Well, that was quick. Huh. Oh, okay. Oh, and that is quick. Oh no! Yeah, well, at least I didn't get caught. It's nice to have the option there. 10 piety for the diligent trait. Well, that's no kind of deal at all. Of course, you'd give up the piety for that. Get a new chancellor going here. He will do nicely. And let's fabricate claims in Lyon. See if we can finish up the peninsula of Brittany there. At least they're Johnny on the spot, getting things arranged up there in Denmark. That's a pretty stout 2-year-old boy. I'm starting to wonder whether I ought to leave him alone. Very good. Outstanding. Outstanding. Let's pick a new ambition. And have a son. Yes. Okay, third time's the charm, right? Oh no, what is this? My court chaplain killed? No, my spy master. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Wonder why the Hashashin are coming after me. Well, Count Guichard, get back on the job over there. Bring back that sweet technology. Alright, and there it is. I have succeeded in my dastardly deed. The world is too cruel for children. It is. Okay, so she is now the heir to Denmark, and by extension, our children will be the heir to Denmark. No, I don't want to hold a grand tournament. For it is silly and a waste of time. Raimond is going to rule somewhat differently than the Johns before him. You'll see here that the prices for the buildings that we're building are somewhat different. This is a version 1.10 change. Obviously, it seems like there's some linkage between the technology and the prices here in terms of percentages. So these are some percentage of the base amount. And you'll see that it changes around a little bit. Making pretty good money, about 32 gold per month. Bringing it in at a fairly good clip. So what sort of options for war do we have? I could Do a de jure claim on Tours? Yes. Yes, let us continue on with the pattern of peace and war between France and Aquitaine. Let's get the levies in Outremer into the game. That in motion. Let's see what's going on up here. Good. They all got away clear and they're able to assemble. King Raimond's first 4 years have defined him as a different sort of ruler than his forefathers. Patient and cruel, he waited until a wife of high title and impeccable skill was available, then set into motion a plan that killed the King of Denmark's heir and opened the possibility of a de Poitou king on the Danish throne. Now he presses the claim of his vassal, Duke Arnaud, for Tours. The fight is certainly unfair, and barring some unforeseen calamity, its outcome is certain. Raimond will not rest until he has the entirety of Aquitaine, Brittany, France, and English Normandy under his control. But unknown to Raimond, patrician Sinibaldo of Contarini festers like a bubo in Venice. The state inquisitor of that burgeoning republic, he is feared and hated by all. Rumored to be in league with Lucifer, he claims to have seen a comet heralding some reckoning to come. And as if this were not enough, his violent outbursts terrify anyone unlucky enough to cross him. Though only a baron and the least among patrician equals, some say that Sinibaldo works secretly to attain to the office of Serene Doge of Venice, an outcome that could have dire consequences. Join me for the next chapter in the alternate history of Aquitaine, and thanks for watching.